In this video, I will be talking about my honest experience with PRK laser eye surgery, why I did it, how it went for me, how was the recovery, how was the surgery, and what was the aftercare, and everything that I experienced personally. Because a lot of people, close friends of mine or other people, uh, asking me about that, and they're unsure about their decision. So I will try to share as much information about it as possible. Um, why did I choose to do the laser eye surgery for first? Um, there are, in any decision that you make, there are many, any decision that you make, there are many reasons behind it. For me personally, it was a combination of um, it's good to be able to see perfectly without glasses. One of it is this is also very important, and a lot of people don't realize how much of a blessing it is to be able to have perfect vision until you lose it, or everything else like that. It's the same with health. Until you lose it, you can't you don't realize how important it is. Um, the other reason was wearing glasses in the career path that I chose is not very practical, because I'm in the merchant navy, and you have to first of all pass the medical standards when you have to renew your Siemens book. And during the first time that I got Siemens book, I was barely passing, and after some time, in the next one that I would have to renew my Siemens book, I wouldn't be able to pass, because when I was 18, I had like -1 on both eyes, left and right, myopia. And in the recent checkup, when I was considering the surgery, before it, because it was during the time that I was doing my military service, and after the military service, I was considering going back on board vessels, so I would have to renew my Siemens book. And in order to do that, I would pass medical eye examinations and everything, and other kinds of examinations. So I made the checkup. I saw that both my eyes were in -1.5 degrees of myopia, which meant I wouldn't be able to pass the standards. So that also pushed me a little more to actually do it. And also, when I was on board during my first contract, I realized that it's inconvenient and not practical to wear glasses, especially when you are having to do work with washing on deck, or loading or unloading operations with dusty cargo, because the glasses fog up and they become also dusty and everything, so it's not good. So these were some of the reasons that I chose to do and proceed to the surgery. Okay, before doing it, me personally, if it's something that important, I like your eyes. um, I made a lot of research, and I saw a lot of people. I considered that surgery mostly, first of all, because I had a lot of people from the same career path that I saw live next to me, that they also did it and they didn't have any problems. And I also saw that the statistics that they say are actually true. The chances of success on these kind of surgeries are very high. It's like 99+% success rate, because most of the operation is done with lasers. Then they are very precise. There are some differences between the different types of lasers, but that's a different part to discuss. Okay, so I asked the experiences of a lot of my friends. I saw that it's easier than I thought. It's and I also asked them in which clinics did they do it, and about how much money it cost them. Most of my friends did it in Athens, and from the research that I did with my friends and Googling, I saw that there were three major clinics. Most of my friends did them in two of them, and in the third one also one more of my friends. And after that, I researched the clinics and saw which of these clinics had the best reviews, uh, best percentage of good reviews compared to bad outcomes. Um, so I decided to pick up the best one in percentages of success rate and the good reviews. Um, I went to the doctor. I I actually found him on through Google Maps. I saw his Viber. I sent him a message and tried to arrange and make the checkup and everything, because in order to make the laser surgery, you have to make a checkup, and your eyes must fulfill some parameters. It's not possible for everyone to make laser eye surgery. Um, One of the most important ones is that your prescription in your eyes the recent years should not have changed a lot. I think it's like if the prescription hasn't changed for more than half a degree in the past 2 years, you're probably clear to go. And also there are parameters in the thickness of your cornea and other parameters that I don't even know. I don't even know. But in the checkup, he checks everything about your eyes, like parameters. Um, yes, before considering it, most of my friends happened to do. I was also researching the kinds of laser. Most of my friends did it with. Most of my friends did LASIK or femtolasic. Also, I saw that also PRK was available, but most of my friends did the former ones. And I was thinking probably I will do the same, because from what I saw about the operations and everything, the LASIK and femtolasic, they have faster recovery. Um, they have it is said to have less aftercare and less pain in the days after the surgery and everything. So I was thinking I would probably do that. And I was also during that time, because I was in Athens, I was doing my mandatory military service. So I didn't have much time to go outside. So I had to arrange specific days to go do the checkup to the doctor. I arranged them through Viber, and after I arranged the appointment, I went there. He made it. I personally chose Kandarakis Eye Clinic. There are other clinics also. You can do your own research. Me personally, I trust this doctor a lot. He he might be, how to say it, confident, and also he let's say that he doesn't have to say a lot of things. He says little, not many things, and that to me was kind of weird for some reason, but it's his kind of style. But whatever you ask him, he will reply to you for sure. You will have all your questions answered. Um, yeah, I went there. I did the checkup. He told me that, and I told him that I need to do this surgery because of my career path and the requirements of the medical requirements of to have good vision. And also the other factor that I forgot to say, it's best to do this surgery around 25 years old, because usually around that age your body has grown and your eyes have grown to their fullest potential, and the prescription stops changing that much during that age, most of the times. So yeah, I went there, I did the checkup. The doctor told me I'm a perfect candidate. so the parameters were perfect and safe for me to do the surgery. He suggested me PRK, which for me was very, very weird because as I told you, I was doing my research and everything, and I saw that most did LASIK or femtoLASIK, and I was like, why would I do PRK when I will have more I will need more time for aftercare and I might experience more pain and everything from what I saw on Google and everything. Um, and I was thinking that maybe this doctor is trying to push me this kind of surgery because of his equipment. But what made me go through this fear was that it happened to send a message to a good friend of mine that we were both in high school together, and we were discussing in high school about doing this surgery later on in life because he personally had a lot higher myopia than me. He had like -6 and -6.5 something. So he basically, without glasses, couldn't see nothing. And I sent him a message. I told him I'm considering about doing this surgery and everything during that time. And somehow, like a miracle happened that he was doing it this week. That I sent him the message, and he did the surgery. I with PRK method also. That was the weird part. And I saw that 3 or 4 days after he was basically fine from what he told me and everything in voice messages, and that eased up a lot of my doubts. So I said okay, no thinking about it, not going back. Let's proceed with this kind of method with PRK. And also, one other bad thing I forgot to mention before I did the surgery, because of all the research that I was doing, doing the research has two effects. The one is that it's good to make research and to it's good to make research and to try to find to try to be informed about what could go wrong with the surgery that you are trying to proceed with, and also. Yeah, what it's good to be informed about what could go wrong with the surgery, and also yeah, it has these two effects that on the one hand it's good to be informed, but on the other hand you should bear in mind that the what you see about the bad experiences is a very low percentage, and everything in life has a risk, and you should consider it in the back of your mind. That's why I stopped after when I made this decision that I will do it the week before. I stopped making more research because I had like live examples of all my friends and co-workers that did it and didn't have any problems, and realized that the statistics are true and the percentages of the surgery going perfectly and successfully are very high, more than 99%. Even though in the back of your head you still might have the what if I'm that less than 1% of failure. I stopped thinking about it and I was like, I have to do it. We will do it. Yeah, during the day of the surgery. The day of the surgery was in a different date. The doctor, me and the doctor arranged the date. It was like about 1 week later after my friend did it. It was in a different clinic that had the machinery, the machinery and the surgery equipment required to do it. So I went there. I went inside. I went to the clinic. I went inside. I said my name. I sat in the lobby, and then after 2-3 minutes, they told me to go up and make one more checkup in the machinery about so they can see the parameters of my eyes again, like 30 minutes before the surgery to have a more accurate, exact readings. And after the checkup, I went back to the lobby. A nurse came and she gave me all the necessary documents required to sign to be legally for everything to be legal. In these documents, there were mentioned things like I am informed about everything that can go wrong with this surgery, and I'm taking responsibility regarding that. I know that this surgery is considered cosmetic and is not covered by any insurance. And I'm taking liability, and it was things along these lines. I don't remember exactly how it was written. After I filled up this form and I signed, I gave it to the nurse. The nurse after 2 minutes came with a bottle with a glass of water and a Xanax pill. I think it was half a Xanax, like 0.5 milligrams. It was basically to help you relax and make you at ease with to not be stressed about the surgery coming up. Yeah, after I just sat in the lobby like for 20 minutes, and then I remember the time that the door opened. I remember the time that the door opened. The nurse called my name, and she told me it's time to make the surgery. And I remember during that time thinking, "Damn, I'm actually doing this." Um, it's it's literally after I pass that door, you can never go back. And then I just stood up and started walking to the door. After that door, it was going into the surgery room. And because in the surgery room everything has to be sterile, the first step after the door has a glue mat where you step with your shoes. The assistant nurse will give you some flip flops, sterile flip flops. She told me, okay, now take out your legs out of your shoes that are glued on the glue mat, and step onto the plastic sterile flip flops. I stepped up into them. She guided me to the next room that was closed and had the sterile t-shirt, sterile pants, and the thing that it covers your hair also that is sterile. I changed my clothes. I put these sterile things. Then I went again into another lobby that is sterile just next to the surgery room. The nurse came. She put some numbing eye drops into my eyes, and like 2 minutes later, I was called into the room about the surgery. During the surgery was very fast, by the way. It's like literally from the time you go in to the time you are going out, it's less than 5 minutes. I went into the bed, surgery bed. I lied down, and then I just followed all the instructions of the doctor. For example, he told me in order to insert it into my right eye, he told me look to the left. He took a tool and opened the eyelids. This tool helps. This tool helps in order to keep your eyes open during the surgery, so you can't blink when the laser hits. If you see all this that I'm describing in a video, they look a little more disgusting, or you might think that it's a lot harder than you think. But with the numbing eye drops and everything, I didn't feel any pain. The only thing that I felt was during the whole process some pressure when he applied a kind of like ring on top of my eye. I felt a pressure for some seconds because that ring he pressured on top of the eye with some liquid on it in order to be able to remove the top part of the cornea in the PRK. And then some scratching. It feels like scratching, but no pain when he's removing the top part of the cornea. And by the way, I forgot to say that he covered everything with sterile paper, like the head, the mouth and everything before, and only the way that he was operating during that time. So he started with the right eye, and yeah, after he prepared everything, he kept with the tool your eye open. He washed my eye. It was kind of a weird feeling. It was like pouring a whole glass of water, a whole bottle of water into your eye. I don't know. It felt like a lot of liquid. Yeah, after he put the ring on top of it, removed the cornea. The only thing that I felt was little pressure for some seconds, and then for some seconds some scraping with a special tool that he removed the top of the cornea. Uh, Trust me, it was not painful. It was really just you only felt pressure during the when he put the ring, and then some scraping. Nothing else. No pain. And after that, the machinery will that is on top of you will get close to your face with some bright lights on the sides, and in the middle is the green light that you will be instructed by the doctor to see into the green dot. The thing is that I didn't know before is that because of the top part of your cornea is removed, when he says to see at the middle at the green dot, there is not only one green dot. It's you can see the okay, okay, you can see many green dots, but the one in the middle is the most intense, and it's located exactly in the middle. It's the one that you will be watching at, and you will be instructed to watch to that during the whole 3 or 4 seconds that the laser hits. So yeah, that was a surprise that I didn't know, because the top of the cornea is removed. You don't see only one green dot. You see many, but the one that you have to see or focus on is the most intense, and it's also located exactly in the middle. So don't be scared. Don't think about it. Just focus on the brightest green light that is located in the middle. And also, do not be scared about what if I move a little bit and everything. First of all, you are immobilized because of the machinery holding your eye. And also, the machinery on top of you is very expensive and it has eye tracking movement. So even if you have very small movements, it will notice them and it will adjust for them or completely stop. But that doesn't mean that you should not follow the instructions. Your only instruction during the time is just to look into the green dot that is located in the middle of the machinery, and it is the most intense green light. Before the laser hit, it was like the machinery got close. He told me, okay, look into the green light, into the middle. I looked into it, 3-4 seconds, the laser hit. It literally finished very fast. Then the machinery goes up. The doctor, I don't remember exactly. Maybe he puts some kind of liquid again. He puts a protective lens into your eye, and then he puts a patch on this eye and goes to the next one. Then the same thing happens to the left eye. It literally happened in 5 minutes max. And I remember when I sat up on the bed after the surgery, I could literally immediately already see better. But because of the liquids and everything, and because of your eyes being irritated by the surgery, it's like watching. It's like a feeling that you are watching while you were crying. So I could not see clearly, but I could see better already. Yeah, exactly after the surgery, it's best. First of all, I was instructed to keep my eyes closed as much as possible for them to relax, and just to go home. And for the next days, preferably sit at home and be ready to have like a 1 week off and have food in your home. I personally sat in a room that was with low lighting or a dark room for that week, and I just had supplies for the week. Also, I would suggest during that day to have a friend or a relative to bring you home after the surgery. because you will preferably not open your eyes that much. You can, but you should not do it as much because your eyes will start burning the first day at least. The most important things after the surgery are to maintain the schedule that your doctor gave you about the eye drops. The first days are you have a lot of eye drops because you have three kinds of eye drops: lubricating, steroid, and I think one antibiotic, something like that. After the first days, you stop two of them and only remain with the lubricating eye drops. That there are a lot of them. You start with four per day during the first month, and around 6 months in, you completely stop. Um, what else? During the first week, I had some fluctuations between the two eyes because the body is not perfectly symmetrical and both of your eyes will not heal at the same time. So be ready to experience some fluctuations in the vision, and also to, even after the eyes completely heal, you have to have in mind that the body is never perfectly balanced. This means that one of your eyes might be a little stronger. This happened to me. Both of my eyes can see above 20/20, but my left eye is stronger and it can see 20/10. It's like more than the normal. And my right eye is still the weaker one. It's about 20/15. It's still above the average and the normal. It's still better, but if I check in low lighting, I can see a small difference between my left and my right eye. My left one is stronger. I would suggest to not do what I was doing and to not constantly check one eye, the other eye, which one is better. It doesn't help you. It only stresses you out, and it doesn't make any difference. You will see that after some time you will be able to see very well. Now the most important things during the healing. The first week is the most important because your cornea is still healing, so your eyes are like an open wound. The most important is to maintain the eye drops, wear sunglasses in the if you go out in the sun. During the first week I was only sitting in the room and wearing sunglasses if I opened the window, because your eyes are very sensitive to light during that first week at least. What else? And also be careful to not get anything into your eyes, because the other very important thing is to not rub your eyes, because it damages your cornea. And also your cornea is not healed yet. So avoid completely touching or rubbing your eyes. And also the doctor told me, preferably during the first week, do not use shampoo. Not necessarily because of the shampoo, because it might irritate your eyes, and it might give you the feeling of needing to rub your eyes, and that is something you completely want to avoid. So I personally, during the first week, did only showers from my neck down, and with a lot of care, leaning my head back, only the hair with very low pressure. My face I did only with wet wipes during the first week. After that, you can start doing everything normal. Just avoid rubbing your eyes, maintain the schedule with the eye drops, and you will be fine. And also wear the sunglasses in the sun for at least 6 months. It is suggested to do even later. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's something of convenience, and it helps. What else? Yeah. Other than that, because the funny thing is, what I mentioned about the difference in my eyes is that because I would need to do the checkup in order to renew my Siemens book. In order to renew my Siemens book, I would be checked again about my eyesight, and I had some stress. What if my right eye is not actually as good because my left eye sees better? Maybe my right eye is not 20/20. That's what I was thinking. I was wrong. It's just that the eyes are never the same, and one eye can watch better, even if both eyes are above the normal. That was my experience. It was life-changing. It helped me a lot. I'm 13 months, now I'm 13 months after the surgery. I don't regret it at all. I don't need to use glasses. I still have perfect vision. I can go swimming. Literally, you can go swimming even one month into after the surgery. So I can do everything I need perfectly. And my doctor was right about PRK and about being safer in the long run than the other options. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know down in the comments, and I will try to answer them if I have time and if I see them. Hopefully, this video helped you to make the decision about you thinking it. If you have any questions, you can personally DM me. I'm named Apostolis Vondas. Thank you very much.